PJ the Silverback here with tacticalmonkey.net. I'm here with my boy, Mr. Ghost Monkey. He's going to show us some stippling today. Something I've never done, something I've never seen done. So I'm looking forward to seeing how to do that. It is an interesting and very, oft-used technique for texturing magazines, polymers, plastics, gun receivers, so on and so forth. So without further ado, take it away.
Hey guys, Ghost Monkey here. Just going over some, we're going to go over some magazine stippling today, but obviously we can get into a lot more, what Silverback was saying. You can get into a bunch of different texturing. I know a lot of guys do their pistol frames, their polymer frames, they'll do those up. But today we're just going to go over some magazines and we're going to show you some different ways, different types of grips that you can get from texturing your magazine. So first thing, if you want to do it, I bought this is a walnut hollow. I just bought I went to a craft store, my local craft store, and I went in and I bought a wood burning kit. So that's all I bought. And if you can get the one with that you can control the temperature on it, that's the one that I've found out works best for me. So as soon as you get it, plug it in, let it heat up a little bit. This has obviously been sitting for a little while, like the morning talk shows or the cooking shows. Everything's all prepped and ready. But so we have a fresh, unstippled magazine. Now most of you know what the PMAGs look like, know what they feel like. So this is, you got some texturing on it from the polymer, but other than that, it's fairly smooth.
I can attest to that. Regular PMAG, only with one other. That's not on any of my PMAGs.
No, that's a Ranger plate. This is just something that gives, you can replace your standard floor plate on there. This just helps when I put it in my belt or if I put it in any of my taco mags or my taco holders. It just gives a little bit better grip so I can, really rip it out of there and I don't have to worry about if, I get a bad grip on it or anything like that. So,
cool.
All right, you ready to texture today?
Let's do it.
All right, so I don't know if you can see it from here, guys. I don't have a very long cord, but I've got a very fine tip. Today, the stippling is going to be like almost like a skateboard tape. So something like that, something like a grip tape kind of texturing to it. So just start off. I have my heat set to red for the hottest setting. So just let it heat up a little while. Sometimes if it gets too hot, you might need gloves for this, but just be aware that this is extremely hot and you don't want to touch it because, that'll burn.
I'll give you $20. Put it on your tongue. Don't do that.
Do my own piercing.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so basically, this is one that I've already been kind of working on, but I'll give you guys kind of the rundown of what I usually go through when I stipple mags. So I don't know if you can see it from here or not, but just in the PMAG.
Let me get a look at that. Let's see.
In the PMAG, there are these. You see the squares?
No.
You're able to see the squares here?
Yeah.
So I start and outline the entire square with the texturing. I don't know, I can kind of show you. I kind of started it on there. So just start to outline that.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you can start working on the middle. So eventually this will turn into this. So I just like to start out, define my lines, and it's a lot easier for me to do that than to just kind of go at it all willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, look at that. We can see right here where he started the outline of one, and just up here and around, and we can see here the finished textured. And I guess this other magazine has nothing on it, right?
No, that has not. This one has no texturing at all to it. So
well, let's have a look at this.
All right, so I'm doing the one I've already kind of started here, and I'm just finishing my outline here. Also, I highly recommend you do this in a well-ventilated area because this is plastics, and you don't want to be inhaling this stuff. So definitely want to do it
This is high-tech ventilation equipment.
We're high speed here at tacticalmonkey.net, so that's also check out the Glock reference guide. We're hopefully going to be putting those on the website there. Just a little ad-lib moment there. But yeah, definitely do it in a well-ventilated area. Just be aware of you're working with something that's super hot. So, all right, let's get into it. Just finish the outline here. I feel like Bob Ross painting.
I don't know who Bob Ross is, but I'm pretty sure you're more beautiful than he.
He definitely had more hair than I did. That's for sure. He had a great afro.
Just picturing you with an afro right now.
How do I look?
You look pretty geeky with an afro, to be honest. Pretty
Like,
fly for a white guy style.
Like Steve Jobs geeky, or like Revenge of the Nerds geeky?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Whoa. Some of our viewers might not know what Revenge of the Nerds is, but for the ones that do know what it is, we commend you. And I just kind of work from there, and I kind of go on the inside. I just pretty much spiral into it. So as soon as I finish going around the edge completely, I start spiraling inside of it. And that's pretty much my logic for doing that. And then obviously the wood burning kit's nice because it comes with different, you get different tips for it. So if you want a lot bigger texture, you can get a lot bigger texture, a lot bigger dimpling. If you want a smaller one like this, you can get this. You can get, you can make it look like dragon scales and stuff like that. Here, we'll let Silverback have his hand at this.
So, coming at it from a funny angle.
Yeah, it's kind of tough.
Shame you can't get a wireless one of these. So how much pressure are you putting on?
Not a lot of pressure, just a very little bit of pressure.
More than that? Oh yeah.
Right around that. You can kind of see.
Yeah. I missed.
The best part is you can go back over that stuff. So if you do it too lightly, you can go back over and make the polymer a little bit deeper. The only tricky part is you don't want to leave it on there too long, right? Because then it'll go through the entire magazine. It won't be pretty. I mean, your magazine should still be functional, because I've seen people shoot these with bullets and run over them, and they still function properly. So you shouldn't have any issues functionality-wise with it. It just doesn't look as pretty.
Well, mine's not as pretty as your line, I don't think, but I'm a novice. A beginner, even.
Looks good. You've never done this before, have you?
Never.
Now you know.
I do know. Yeah, so I've never done this before. It's a relatively easy process. It's just having the right gear and the confidence to give it a go.
And the time. The time is the other thing. This is it's not quick. It's very, especially if you're going to do like the grip tape texture like this, it takes it's very time consuming. So if you got a lot of time, if you're just hanging out at home, or if you're watching TV,
drinking a beer,
yeah,
I think I'll push a piece of metal against a piece of plastic for a couple hours. That'll be something to do on a Friday night. It's a good time. Invite some friends over, have a stippling party. I'm gonna stop before I get out of control. But
you did good.
Well, there you have it. Well, thank you, Ghost, for showing us that. I certainly appreciated seeing it. Have you anything to close with on this?
The last thing I usually do, if once I'm done stippling this, I'll just take some sandpaper to it and just kind of finish off the rough edges to it. But obviously you can definitely feel the difference in the texture when you go to grab that mag. So as opposed to a non-textured magazine. So
yeah, it makes a big difference.
Other than that, if you guys have any more questions, send us go on tacticalmonkey.net. Send us send us your questions. Maybe a request for a video, anything like that. But check it out. Send us some feedback and get some of your input.
Thanks for watching, guys. tacticalmonkey.net. Sign up for the mailing list. Subscribe to the channel.